that's a wonderful question. Yes, for many years we've been guided to do both two things: to cleansings of places where there's been great trauma or loss of life, or great calamities, and also activations of sacred sites. They're two quite different things, but the cleansings have been extremely powerful and just so moving. One was the Civil War mission, called it, where a group of us went from state to state in the United States, where there were massacres of slaves, and it was the most profound experience, one of the most profound experiences of my life. And we were guided from place to place, and often some of those places were not known beforehand, but Orion would say, yes, this is the place. We would go to a museum in the nearby area, and they would say, no, nothing like that happened here. And we'd look at each other and say, oh, yes, it did. And we would go to the place, and sure enough, there would be a lot of, there were experiences where I could meet the souls that were still stuck there, and the goal was to free them. And we would go there, and we would do fire, do agnihotra when possible, and chant mantras, sing songs, and communicate with them. And the communication between worlds was very powerful. So that was one. And then another cleansing was the concentration camps in Poland, where I'm living. And we went to each concentration camp, and we did cleansings of the place, and often guided by Orion which places to go to, and those things are all documented. We also we started to do activations of sacred sites, and we went to Australia. Those are the latest ones in Australia. I knew nothing about Aboriginal culture. I knew nothing about Australia. And yet we were guided through Orion which places and where they were, and birthing caves that we had no idea existed, and phenomenal experiences came there. And it was really different from the concentration camps and the Civil War mission, where souls were stuck there, because with the activations there were no souls stuck there, even though Aboriginal people were destroyed in those places, but still their souls were not stuck there. I never saw them. I never felt them. And I found out later, through Orion, that the reason was because they believed in what they call dream time, which I also knew nothing about. But they believed in dream time, and so when they knew the enemy was coming, they just left. Their spirits left, but so their bodies got massacred, but their spirits lived. Their souls, they weren't stuck there, and that's why there was nobody that I never saw any stuck souls there. Anyway, that's in-depth information, but there have been a lot of activations at different places caves in Poland and Hungary and various countries. Very profound. It's wonderful work, and it's not very well, not widely known, but that's not what we did it for. We did it for cleansing of nature and healing the planet. There was one place in New Mexico where we went. We were giving a talk there, and we were traveling, and it was pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And we landed on this area that was near. Anyway, we went out for a drive, and we were guided which way. Turn left, turn right, turn right, turn left, and we ended up. That's where I heard from Orion that the energies are locked in the plants, in the soils, in the stones, in all of nature. All the energies, the healing energies, are locked into those spots. And later on, we found out. And they said that this was an ancient burial ground. And I had no idea. But then we drove to another place that was I don't know what it was, where they watched the area. I don't know the word for it. And that man came out and said, "Oh, this is sacred area. This is the burial ground of the Anasazi Indians," and that had already come in the meditation with Orion, that this was a burial ground of ancient people. And then it immediately was verified at this official office in the middle of the desert that guarded the place. They said, "Oh, this was the burial ground of the Anasazi Indians." So it's all there. It's all connected. It's very, very powerful work. Because at all these ancient sites, phenomenal that the energy is still there. Even if they change the purpose, even if they build some cathedral in that spot, those ancient energies are still alive and still very strong.